Have you ever tried shearing and nothing seems to work? This was me yesterday. Honestly, I cried. I tried for about 2 hours to shear on my new brother's sewing machine and it just would not work. This is what kept happening. It just didn't shear. The elastic thread kept getting stuck and nothing was shearing properly. Nothing seemed to work and it honestly just got me really frustrated. But I found the perfect solution if you've tried shearing on your brother's sewing machine and for some reason it just isn't working. So sheared fabric should actually look like this. So you can see from the front side, I'm not stretching it and it's nicely ruffled together. But if I stretch it, it goes back to its original shape. Again, the back side should look like this, and when you stretch it, the stitching looks nice and even on the elastic. This is what we're going to get by the end of this video. So let me take you over to the sewing machine and show you this really easy solution. So this is the brother machine in front of me. I'm using quite a high-end, high-spec brother machine. This is the Innovis VQ4, but this will work on any brother sewing machine. But you basically want to wind elastic onto your bobbin by hand, manually like this. And for now, I've just got this amount in there, but you want to make sure it is quite full. But once you've got your elastic wound around the bobbin, we're going to focus on the actual sewing machine plate. So as you can see at the moment, I've got normal thread in the needle and the shearing elastic only goes in the bobbin. But what we need to do is actually take this plate off. Mine just slides open if I push it back here. And then we need to take this bobbin case out. Now, I found the biggest issue with why the shearing sometimes doesn't work with a brother sewing machine is because you actually need to manually adjust the bobbin tension on this piece. So as you can see, this one has 2 screws on the side. You have this one right here, and then you've got one that's green. And I think they mark it green so you know this is the one you're allowed to touch, because this is the one that controls the bobbin tension. And this machine comes with this little tiny screwdriver. That's the perfect size for this green hole for the bobbin tension. And what you want to do is basically tighten this green screw to the tightest it can be. And that's going to mean that the bobbin tension is going to be really high. Once you've tightened the tension, you then want to put your elastic into the case and make sure that you put it through this little gap here. So just pull it tight. And then you can see it's gone into that little bit. And it will feel quite tight, but you should be able to still pull it. Now put this back into the sewing machine. This can be a bit tricky, but just kind of push it in and it should click in place. So as you can see now, it's clicked into place. Now what you want to do is turn the hand wheel manually to bring the elastic up through the feed dogs. So I'm just going to turn it down. And as I do that, I'm going to pull this thread and you can see the elastics come out. Then take your piece and put it back onto the machine. And now this is ready to start shearing, but I do personally like to change some of the features on my sewing machine, the stitch length. So I just actually use a normal straight stitch, and then I'm going to change the length to 4. So that's how long the stitch is. And then I'm going to change the tension to 7. And that just means how tight the tension is on the upper thread. So I forgot, you want to put your plate back on, and now it is ready to start shearing. Let's test it to see how it performs. So I've got a scrap piece of fabric here, and I'm just going to test the shearing. And this is what the fabric looks like. So this is the front. You can see it's sheared really nicely. If I open it out, that's the original length. And then I pull it back and that's what that looks like from the front. And then the back is really nicely sheared. So if I just open it out, you can see the elastic has been sewn on really evenly. And that's exactly what we want. It is such a simple tip, and honestly, I was so frustrated yesterday. I was I was ready to just stop shearing forever. So this is such a simple tip, and I hope this has helped you figure out why your machine isn't shearing properly and how to fix it. It's honestly just tightening that bobbin screw at the bottom of your machine and then making sure you have the right tension level and the length level of your stitch. Let me know if you've had trouble with shearing and you try this tip and it magically works, because honestly, such a simple technique, and now this machine is shearing beautifully. If you're looking for cute shearing projects to try now that your machine is shearing, I have loads of tutorials on this YouTube channel. I'll link a few down below and some on screen right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.